With the HomeKit market heating up, it's sometimes hard to tell which products are the best. So today we're going to take a look at our favorite HomeKit motion sensor. Welcome everyone, it is Andrew here from Apple Insider, and we're going to look at the Fibaro motion sensor. They outline a few of the different areas where a motion sensor can be helpful, like turning on the heat when you're actually in the rooms, detecting if there are people in areas where people really shouldn't be, turning on lights in dark rooms, and even letting you know when the kids get home from school. We've long said that a motion sensor is pretty much key to any HomeKit home. It allows you to trigger and automate things with no human interaction, and using conditionals and other sensors, they can get really powerful in what you can do without having to get in there and actually turn on a switch and do other things. They also really help for anyone in your house who doesn't have access to your smart home, whether it's kids or guests. There's also many reasons why we prefer the Fibaro motion sensor over any of the others. First, starting out with the design. It is definitely a unique design, and there's nothing really quite like it out there. There's that light on the front that kind of gives you a little bit of feedback, cool little sliding mechanism that really gives you a lot of options when placing this thing. You can actually mount it somewhere. This little piece here comes off, you can screw that to the wall, use an adhesive, and mount this up in a corner, somewhere high where it's out of the way, really inconspicuous. Even just sitting on the counter or a desk somewhere is really minimalistic. It kind of looks neat and allows you to really change the orientation around. Placement can be key, making sure you get the motion that you want and not detecting the motion that you don't. I will say that while sitting down, if you have this somewhere that easily could be knocked, it could definitely roll away. The bottom of it just a little bit shallow, there's not a lot of stability there, but nothing that a little command adhesive couldn't hurt, or just putting it somewhere else where it's not so likely to get bumped around. This little guy runs off of Bluetooth, and it easily opens up to replace the battery, which should last quite a while. It just simply comes apart, and you can see the CR123A battery that fits inside. Setting this up is pretty darn easy. Simply open the Home app, tap the plus button, and add accessory. Enter the HomeKit pairing code that you can find on the included instruction manual, and you're good to go. It'll show up just like any other accessory. You can see here, though, it's not just one accessory, it's actually three. There are three different sensors inside of this motion sensor. There is motion, there is temperature, and there is light. This multi-sensor is much more powerful than a simple motion sensor. We really like the Eve Room, but it's much larger and it only detects motion. Here, you have three different sensors all at once, which gives you a lot more possibilities at what you can automate in your home. In the actual Home app, there's just a few things you can do, notably triggering things off of the motion sensor. So for instance, when it detects motion, any time of the day, when certain people are home, you can have the lights come on, or change the thermostat, or many of those other things. You can also turn on and off notifications. For instance, if I want notifications just during the day when I'm not home, so basically if I'm not here, there shouldn't be any motion, that's when I want to be notified. And I can do that. I can turn on notifications anytime or just during the day and when I am not home. If you're really trying to monitor a specific area, this allows you to do that. If you really want to explore though and branch out and do even more, check out the Eve app. It's one of a few apps out there that allow you to really take more control of the sensors that you have. I actually set up one here where if it detects motion and it is during the night and the lights are off in the room, then I want to turn on the night light. So this is just downstairs. So if I was coming down during the night and I want this motion sensor to detect that it's dark in the room, I wanted to then turn on my nightlight in my one-link Safe and Sound, which is mounted up on the ceiling. It can definitely be more in-depth going in there and creating all these conditional rules, but it makes living with it so much better. This works when you're at home or away, though when you're away, you're going to need some sort of home hub, which could be a HomePod, an Apple TV, or an iPad that you always leave at home that's running one of the latest versions of iOS. As long as you've got that home hub, you really don't need to worry, and you'll be able to trigger any of these motions when you're at home or when you're away. You can even query Siri on any of these sensors as well, as in what's the brightness in the living room so you can tell if the lights are on or not. You can ask if there's motion detected or what the temperature is. Using these three different sensors that are built into the Fibaro motion sensor, there's pretty much unlimited capabilities of what you can do. Controlling your thermostat, turning lights on and off, turning on light nights, turning on different brightnesses through the times of the day, only turning on the lights if it detects that the room is actually dark. There's so much you can do, and it really helps HomeKit go a lot further. If you're looking for the best motion sensor for your HomeKit code, you can find a link below in the description as well as in the comments.
If you enjoyed this video, like it and hit that subscribe button. Also, check out our price guide, which makes it extremely easy to find the best deals on Apple products updated daily. Be sure to follow us on social media, and we'll see you in the next video.